how do you feel like your negation skills are overall?
I think they're pretty good. Like I have a table, so if there's a word in the answer choice and it's like some or most, I kind of refer to my table and I'm trying to like memorize the table at the same time for the quantify words.
Okay, good. That's perfect. So yeah, so for quantifier words, negations are really important.
Yeah.
And then for verbs, like you said, you just add the word not, or you might remove the word not. But what about negating conditional statements?
Mm.
How does that work for you?
I think I do the same. Is that not right?
Well, it's more complicated because if you have a conditional statement, there could be multiple subjects and verbs. And your job in that case wouldn't necessarily be to negate a particular verb. You're actually looking to negate the conditional as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So if I had, for example, the statement X requires Y, and I said negate that entire statement,
Mm-hmm.
how might you handle it? This gets a bit trickier.
Not Y, not X?
Well, that's the contrapositive.
Oh, negate. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
It's hard. Yes.
Some X, some Y.
Yeah, no, it's tricky. It's tricky. So the contrapositive, you're absolutely right, would be not Y arrow, not X. And that's logically equivalent to the original. But let's say we put the statement in quotes, like X arrow Y, and I'm saying negate that entire statement in quotes. The statement is saying that X requires Y. So to negate that, we'd be saying X does not necessarily require Y. So you're actually negating the arrow itself because the arrow is the word requires.
Oh, okay.
But it could get a bit trickier if we say, and this gets into more tough logical reasoning questions, like if A requires B, then C requires D. Then that's like a whole mess, right? Because you have two conditionals within a larger conditional statement. So again, that's if A requires B, then C requires D. So in that case, we're not negating either of those individual requires terms related to A and B and C and D because those are not at core in the statement as a whole. That statement as a whole is saying that if one conditional is true, then the second conditional is also true.
So how would you negate that?
Well, let's relate it back to our earlier example with X and Y. Let's say that X equals A arrow B and Y equals C arrow D. So if you break it down that way, then again, it's the link between X and Y. So A requiring B would not necessarily lead to C requiring D. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.